Um, you have a film called Psycho Ward that you'd worked on, or I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead because I believe Kill was next.
Yeah. Yes.
So tell me about a little bit about Kill, if you don't
After we were done Desperate Souls took probably a year and a half in post because we did all the audio in the movie we re-recorded. So every footstep, every line, everything was all recorded in our basement and synced up after. So after that was we finally got that done and kind of sold. We hadn't really prepared to do our next movie, and it was getting near the end of the year. It was like September, and we were like, "Wow, we need to make something now." So me and the co-director Phil, we got together and we said, let's write something. We wrote something in 2 weeks, and probably a week and a half later, we had cast everyone and started shooting in a house. And the entire movie takes place in one house. And Martin came on board as director of photography, and we just went crazy and shot this kind of movie with very little organization. But it actually turned out really, really well. It's just in post audio right now. We shot it in the exact amount of time that we had. The house actually went for sale at the end of the month, so the landlord came in on the last day of shooting, and he saw all the decorations because the place was just covered in decorations, right? It's like a whole Hawaiian thing. And he fled. He lost. He said there's going to be cops there at midnight ready to arrest us all if we weren't out. And like the people who did live at the house, they had like all their furniture was there and everything. And the place was like, it was literally like a disaster in the morning at like 6 a.m. when we showed up. There was blood everywhere, and it was just a total madhouse. But by midnight, by like 11:45 at night, it was spotless. Everything was gone. We had done all our shooting, and it was good.
She got a dumpster and threw everything out in the house, got rid of everything.
Yeah, we had all our cast and crew and everyone that we possibly could.
Please don't go away. We need your help. So, Hawaiian, blood, house on the market. Now, I've watched the trailer, and my understanding from the trailer is it's a group of people who wake up in a house and, for whatever reason, start killing each other. Is this it? Am I missing something
they
here?
wake up in a house. All their loved ones have been captured. They realize these things slowly through little notes and things they find, little clues. And what it is kind of like they've been forced into this game. They have till 1 o'clock to be the last one living. Only one person wins this game. Someone has to win. And the only way to win is being the only person who survives, right? So it plays with everyone's heads, kind of being like, wow, you know what, we're all going to die or one person's going to live, right? Someone's probably going to snap and start going crazy. Throughout it, they actually get put up through all these kind of little tests and games and eventually get drugged to the point where they're just losing their minds, and it just totally turns into insane.
And that's where the Hawaiian aspect comes in.
And the Hawaiian aspect is, I don't want to give too.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, all right. We'll leave that for. If you want to find out about the Hawaiian aspect, you're going to have to find this film and watch it for yourself. Then we'll leave that one alive. But
Just watch the trailer and see if it interests you.
Available on Load Magazine's website and on Showcase Video on Kaiju After Hour. Sequentially, I got that right this time. Psycho Ward, which takes place appears to be a group of people who go into a prison, a closed-down prison, and take the story from there.
It was actually, we didn't write the script. We were kind of filmmakers for hire on that project. The guy, Patrick McBrearty from Switchblade Studios, got in touch with us through Room Org Festival, actually. We met him there. And he just kind of saw all our trailers, and he thought whatever we were doing was cool, and asked us if we could get on board and help him make his movie, because he didn't really have much experience in films before then. So, yeah, we just kind of got on board, and he became part of the team. Patrick.
And it's about a bunch of kind of urban explorers, right? This group of people who kind of go to places that have been abandoned or whatever, and they kind of figure out what happened there, or why it is the way it is. And they come across this jail, and the one guy is kind of investigating something for a film that he's making, and they find an open doorway, and they go in, and they realize that one of the inmates is still there. The whole jail, he locks down the jail, and like a jail does, you can't get out, right? So these people are just desperately trying to get out while there's this kind of insane guy just who knows this jail like in the back of his hand. He's kind of going through, picking them off one by one.
It's a slasher flick.
Okay. Now, I understand from discussing with you earlier that that jail prior to that film was just this old abandoned jail, and now it's a very busy location.
Yeah. Patrick kind of paved the way with all the legal work that he had to go through to get the permits and stuff for us to shoot there. And then ever since then, after we were done, like a whole bunch of people, bigger productions came there, and this place kind of got discovered.
And we wanted to do one more shoot day to catch up on some intro credit stuff, some like small stuff. And we tried to book it, and they pretty much said, not this year. Like it's had like Don Cheadle's been there, Julianne Moore was just there, Animal 2, Vin Rames,
Animal 1 too.
Animal. Yeah, like all these movies have just been like taking over this place in Guelph, which is awesome for Guelph, right? Because anytime they need another location, they come into the city. So a lot of filmmaking has a lot of filmmakers have been through here in the last year or two. Really
sure.
Interesting for us too, because we get to watch.
Their prices went up too after we were there. It was like quadruple whenever we tried to go back for a reshoot, which is good for the city.
But not good for you.
Good for us.
But see, that's a lesson to be learned. If you're going to work in an abandoned prison, it's going to forget you once it becomes famous. Now, let's talk about what you guys have done to help Guelph, Ontario out. Apparently, as I say, you sort of helped pave the film industry where there wasn't really one here before. Now there is a bit of a film industry going on here.
Yeah, there's some places in Guelph that really worked with film. A place called Ed Video in Guelph, huge supporter, and we started doing Desperate Souls, and it was there was other movies done in Guelph and stuff like that, but I think as well with the way technology is, there's some huge kind of leaps forward in technology. Right when we were shooting Desperate Souls as well, so I know in the last 5 years, it's just Guelph has flourished with filmmakers. There's so many things going on. There's always people shooting. If you go downtown and you just drive around, you'll always see people shooting, and a lot of our friends have kind of went on to make their own movies and stuff like that too. So I mean, it's really good. It's really interesting to kind of be around, because there's all these projects that with all the people that it's kind of just interesting to see everyone's projects come flourishing.
Technology has actually become way more accessible, like you said, and that's part of the reason why so many people find that it's actually not that hard to make a movie and go out. If you have an idea, you just have to get a camera from somewhere, find a couple of friends, and make your movie. Decided to.
Okay. So how do you fund these things? I mean,
a lot of them.
This is the secret part. This is the one thing that no one asks at an interview. So what are the secrets? The big question is, you can get someone who says, I'll be on your film, and you say, I've got a camcorder, or I got a really good camera, I've got an editing suite. How do you get the money?
Mom's credit card.
Some of it actually is credit cards, for sure. They help. A lot of it is a blind faith. Just whatever money we make, we always put it right back into movies. After Desperate Souls, we managed to scrounge up enough funding through family and everything for Desperate Souls, and after that sold, we kind of had just a little bit of a fund to start building and working on, kind of buying our own equipment. We got the bare minimum that we need to make a movie, and from there, this year we actually just started kind of funding. Drawback was funded by us. We put all the money in to get that movie made, and it's just kind of trying to get turnaround and selling the movies and kind of keeping the ball rolling. But I mean, we do a lot of music videos, and as far as funding for our big projects, Psycho Ward was entirely line of credit. There's 2 producers that came on board and gave some money, and I mean, I would say it's how confident you are that you want to keep working on the project, because if you want to keep working on it and you're confident that you can do it and you can sell it, then it doesn't matter how much money you take from the bank, because you'll make it back, right? So that's kind of where we are, is just total hopes that we'll be able to sell these
Blind
movies
hope.
so that we don't